And before I get started, just want to remind everyone to make sure you mark your calendar for June 24th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do another one of my relational live stream lectures. And the focus of that lecture is going to be, I'm going to give a lot of insight on many things I continue to do on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis to push my YouTube channel into the next stratosphere. January of next year will make 3 solid full years that my YouTube channel has been monetized. My channel celebrated its 5-year anniversary June 6th. So, and I've seen, growth in all areas of my channel, people, especially beyond monetization, such as getting major brand deals, where companies pay me, go into a contractual agreement with me to pay me to run their product and services and brand across their channel. And there's a criteria for that also. So if you want insight on everything I'm doing to make this happen as a content creator, you need to mark your calendar and tune in. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is everything cannot be done online or over the phone, people. I don't care how much technology in this world. If I can just give you a laundry list of recent businesses I had to handle in person to make sure it got done, in the steps and the loops I had to go through in person to handle certain components of my business that needed to be done. There's no way in this world it could have been done online or over the phone. All of this online stuff and over the phone, it opened up the floodgates for scammers to easy. You may be thinking you're sending something online and it's a scammer. Bottom line, even if there's a discrepancy if you're at your bank, depending on what type of transaction you need for real, you are going to have to take your behind in that bank with your ID, not no screenshot of it, and with your documents, and not go up to the counter. No, you got to go to that customer service side, depending on the particulars of what you're trying to do. Old-fashioned way of doing a lot of important things plays a huge role, people. Organizations, I talk to a lot of people in HR, and I don't know why many people are popularized and think they're going to be able to get a job, because they have to employers got to do that I-9. They got to verify the real ID, the real social security card. They are not going to accept screenshot. They are not. You gotta have your ID, whether it's driver's license, social security card, all of that information to produce in employment scenarios, or when you have to verify your ID in person, people. They're not going to do this online. They ain't gonna do it over the phone. This basic handling your business 101. And that's why it blows my mind when you hear these people telling about how they lost thousands of dollars by a scammer. I'm trying to understand how you're going to buy a house and put a down payment on a home and you ain't seen nobody in person. That purchasing a home is one of the major assets that most people are going to purchase at some point in their life. And there is too much paperwork behind the scene. If you got any kind of wise sense, you need to visually be there. Real talk. And to me, it's just common sense. But you got a lot of people of all ages getting scammed. Sending money in and thinking they're renting this house or renting this apartment. Then they find out at the end that they were scammed. The home or the apartment didn't even belong to who they thought it belonged to. But now they done lost all of this money, and that scammer is ghost. all of this online and pushing a button, this and that has a direct impact on people getting scammed every day, left and right. I'm not going to do no kind of real business transaction that's important. I'm not going to do it online. I'm not going to do it over the phone. No, I'm physically going to that stakeholder. You better believe it. Because we all work hard for our money. And a lot of this, if people would just slow down and use basic common sense and slow down. You know, people who paying with Cash App and all these different ways to pay, they've been getting scammed too, left and right. Left and right. So all of this, what I'm saying is, depending on what we're doing in different areas of our life, we may have to return to the basic and do that transaction in person, go to that business establishment to protect, number one, your identity, then number two, to protect your money, and number three, most importantly, to protect from being scammed. You know, and it's happening everywhere. You know, Africa used to be known as the scamming country of the world, but now in the United States, scamming is out of control. We have literally surpassed Africa in terms of all of this scamming. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. If people, as I'm doing this lecture, people right now, it can be somebody in your family getting scammed right now by a scammer, and they don't have lost that money, and that scammer is ghost, because this is what they do. This is what these scammers do. Their job is to scam you out of your money, and it's working. Real talk. So share this information. Somebody might need to hear this information, and don't forget to mark your calendar for my next upcoming live stream lecture. That's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.